see how it all shakes out, because we have 30 laps around the bull ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway as we are coming through turn 3 and 4. The green flag is in the air. We are racing.
Legends for the Open Wheel Showdown. First year they have been a part of the show, and they have come out in force, and we are sliding through the field deep 3-4 wide at the backstretch.
Kyle Busch was in the 51, was pushing a car down the back straightaway. They almost went 3 wide as we have 1 lap in the books here at the bull ring. Clean and green so far.
Morabito has been very, very fast all week long as he goes straight to the top of the leaderboard. Alcaro, Doss, Rosbarski, and Kyle Busch, your top 5 for your legends tonight.
There are 2 51s in the field. The 51 of Kyle Busch is leading the other 51 of Brendan Rosbarski, but it looks like Brendan was going to make a charge, but now he is tucked back behind Kyle Busch. As, speaking of Busch, Brexton Busch is making his way through the field as we exit turn 4.
Looking at a little bit of a Serve Pro battle of the Bushes. Kyle and Brexton. Brexton right there on your screen. He's diving down. I think he's chasing Decker there around the racetrack. He's also chasing his dad. So it's a race within a race for the father and son tonight.
You aren't missing anything up front right now. Ben Morabito, who has been fast all weekend, continues to lead as we now have 26 laps to go here at the bull ring.
Top 3 starting to stretch it out there. Alcaro and Doss. Then you've got your 4th place runner, Kyle Busch. Now, Rosbarski, he's in 5th. Busch has a couple of car lengths between himself and Doss, and that battle is going to heat up. Meanwhile, mid-pack, here comes Brexton.
Brexton Busch is currently in the 9th position. Of course, his dad is in 4th place. They have that battle going on between them. There is Kyle Busch with the bumper full of the 51R of Brendan Rosbarski. We'll see if he's able to make the pass. He is right there on the back trying to loosen him up, but so far, Kyle Busch able to hold on to that position.
Oh, there goes Rosbarski. He's going to slingshot down to the low side of Kyle Busch, and he is going to steal that position from the 51 machine. He's going to roll into 4th place as we go down into turn number 1, and now Kyle Busch, he's going to try to get right back into it there.
Now Rosbarski hopes he can set sail and catch those front. Oh, we have a car in the wall.
Yeah, turn number 1. We've got one hard into the turn 1 wall. We got one spun right there in the middle of the corner, and that's going to bring out a nasty beast. Hard T caution for your legends tonight.
Good to see the door come open and the driver come out of the car there. Kind of broke away from the rest of the field, but now they're all to come back together. We'll see if Kyle Busch and Brendan Rosbarski are able to kind of hang with the top 3. The Busch brothers got their start here at the bull ring. They have probably thousands of laps around this racetrack. So to beat them just at their home racetrack also is just a feat within itself.
Yep. And then there's only one car between father and son on the high side for the Serve Pro Battle of the Bushes as they roll through the Serve Pro restart zone. It's Legends Restart at the bull ring. Here we go.
Good restart there by Kyle Busch. Looks like he was getting some, bumps there to help push him past by, but Ben Morabito able to take the lead. He was leading, dominating before that caution came out.
Yeah, so Morabito going to be holding on to that lead, and now a couple of cars. Jeremy Doss going down underneath the 51 as well with 23 to go. Alcaro, he's in 2nd spot, so we're getting right back to where we were prior to this caution flag.
And we just have a Hornet. I think we're about to go 3 wide with Kyle Busch. Nope, they think better of it in turn 3 and 4. But Kyle Busch doesn't look like he has quite the setup under the car, or he's stuck on the high side. He needs to get down on the low side, I think, to have a better run off those corners.
Yeah, he might have to try to get down low. Rosbarski went around him, and there you see him. He takes that low lane there. And now we've got some single file racing down the front straightaway.
They are nose to tail. Then you get back to Brexton Busch, who is also on the high side. And you can see a battle there with the 99-19-53 going down the backstretch. And they are going to keep the 99 on the outside. Looks like all these guys really want to get down onto that bottom line.
Yeah, Whitbeck there in the 99, Papis in the 19P, and Lovell, one of the JD Racing Team members, battling for position, and now they've single filed it out for the time being, but it's not going to stay that way long, as these drivers know they need to get to the front and take home the big payday for your legends at the Open Wheel Showdown.
We have a
tonight.
battle for 2nd, and they make contact, and we can see they save it, but that makes the 51 of Brendan Rosbarski able to get a run and now slot into 3rd place. But does anyone have anything for the 17 of Ben Morabito? Morabito, he has been leading every lap so far in this race.
Yeah, Morabito, your race leader. Jeremy Doss tucked right back onto the bumper of the 51 of Rosbarski. I don't think he appreciated the little bump and run, but he is definitely thinking, hey, that might be a good idea. Let's see if I can't do it too. But look at the battle for second. Rysbarski's the man on the mission. He might have enough. They are
beating off that back bumper bar as they are going to go 3 wide for second place. Ooh, you always get nervous when you go 3 wide at the bull ring, but they make it work coming out of turn 4.
All right, so now it's Rysbarski right there. Jeremy Doss following him through. Jeremy Doss, he is definitely one of the heavy hitters on the West Coast and beyond in any type of car, but they have really taken over this Legend Series the last few years, and now he's making the pass down across the start-finish stripe.
You have to wonder if Rysbarski is just wondering or hoping that these drivers would just get in line so maybe they can make a charge towards the lead, but he's going to drop back, it looks like now to 4th position in just 1 lap.
So he's back. Oh, he gets a little bump there on Alcaro. So a little rubbing, little racing, Legend style at the bull ring for the Open Wheel Showdown. You got to love it, Brett.
Unlike the open wheel cars, you can do a little beating and banging in these Legend cars, and they're going to be just fine. But look at the lead the 17 now has over the rest of the field, almost a 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's got to love what he sees behind him with those cars rubbing and racing and trying to find their positions, because the more they do that and it kind of slows them down a little bit, the more the 17 is going to try to walk away with an Open Wheel Showdown Legends main event victory.
You can see from our speed shot there just the length of that lead there, and at this point you have to wonder if Morabito's hoping, looking at that flag stand, please don't put out a yellow, please all the drivers, keep it on the racetrack.
And he's going to have 10 to go, 10 laps away, this time by, as he's looking for the first ever Open Wheel Showdown win in a Legend. The first year they've been a part of it, and he is dominating at the moment. But here comes Jeremy Doss in second, and Rysbarski still trying to chase him down.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't see what's going on in the back of the field here, because they are racing and they are beating and banging not only for this battle, but there's a couple different battles going on along the track. But back to single file racing, but we got a hornet's nest again of some cars as they cross the start-finish line right now.
Yeah, Chase Gilbertson, TJ Monroe, just to name a few of those cars, the 16 and the 11 going down the back straightaway.
Looks like they got it sorted out as the 71 and the 19 continue to battle here on the front straightaway.
7 laps to go. Next time by for that 17 as he drives into turn number 3, your race leader. Doss still with his hands full of Rysbarski as he comes out of turn number 4, but it's getting down to the money line here as the 17 of Morabito looking for the win.
I believe he should stay clear of lapped traffic. He has at least, I believe, about a straightaway clear. So with lap traffic, I don't think should come into play with less than 10 laps to go now.
So around there they go. Surf Pro Battle of the Bushes. Kyle Busch is in 5th. Brexton 9th.
That's
just
where they
like
pretty
when we
much
went back
been
to
all
start.
race. We thought Kyle may have maybe been able to make a charge on that restart, but it looks like he fell back after a couple of passes. And we have a battle deep in the pack. You can see the 14 car.
Yeah, Stanky there, and Gilbertson putting on a pretty good show deep in the field. That's for 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Oh,
positions.
contact there. You can see 19 went around, and I think that's going to bring out the caution. We saw that live on our Speed Sport 2 cameras. That is not what Ben Morabito wanted to see. As you can see, the South Point sponsored machine is pointing now the right direction, going to try and get refired here. The 19 is, I believe that's Mateo Papis.
A 5-lap shootout for the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown, presented by AskROI. It is their first ever big main event in this show, and we're going to have a shootout till the end, Brett.
Can the 17 hang on to the lead?
Look at Jeremy Doss. Doss is like in his trunk.
Bumper. As they come around to the Serve Pro restart zone, and the green flag is out, and a good restart there by the 17.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure there because he had Rysbarski, Busch, and Doss right there on the rear bumper, but he pulled out. And right now,
Doss is trying to make a run. I think what he's hoping is maybe if another car can get up behind him, maybe give him a little bit of a bump down the straightaway. But I just don't think anyone's close enough. And we have a caution, turn 4. Trouble in turn 4. Looks like we've had one car go into the wall. Looks like one car spun as well, but was able to drive away. This is what I was afraid was going to happen with 5 laps to go, was more cautions, and luckily the driver is able to get out.
Yeah, the 16 of Tyler Monroe, the torch up and out, as obviously you see another tire flopped over there, so some heavy, heavy damage. 14 going underneath him there, and
3 wide is never a good idea, but we'll see what happened. Ooh.
Oh, and the 68 just came down on him a little bit. Probably.
Oh, wow. He spun him and then had to try to avoid and just ran out of racetrack and had to go up in the gray stuff. That was interesting, to say the least.
Him and the 68 got together there, and a tough break for Star Idaho's Tyler Monroe as his open wheel showdown comes to a close over there in turn 4.
Restart zone, and we are back green with just 5 laps to go.
All right, it all comes down to this. After a long week of preparation, Jeremy Doss working on the 17.
Wow.
Brendan Rusbarski. Rusbarski going to go low. We could have a 3-wide battle for the lead, but the 17 pulls away. But look at Rusbarski. He's going to be in the mix, and here comes the 11 and Kyle Busch on the outside looking in.
I think the 17 was hoping they'd battle a little bit longer for that second position, but he does have about a car length lead as they go down the backstretch. We'll see if the 51's able to close the gap at all in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, Brendan Rusbarski, one of the best in this Legends series up and down the West Coast, and now he's trying to chase down Morabito in that 17. There's going to be 2 to go, Brett, this time by 2 laps away for your Legends tonight.
I've been saying it all night. It's one thing to catch the driver. It's another thing to pass them as we come down to 2 laps to go. Could the 17 lead every lap and take the win here this evening?
Man, what a dominating performance that would be if he could go green, white, checkered to victory lane, and he's only got 2 corners to maneuver. Brendan Rusbarski going to close in on the rear bumper as they come down the front stretch for the white flag there. I don't know, Brett. Here they come.
He's not close enough now to use the bumper, and the 51 has the 35 of Jeremy Doss all over the back of him, and as they come out of turn 4, your number 17 of Ben Morabito is going to get the win and lead every lap here at the Bull Ring.
Wow, what a performance there. It wasn't easy. He had to earn it there, those last couple of restarts. But Morabito, going to be your main event winner at the bitnow.com Open Wheel Showdown, presented by AskROI.
The advantage after 2 of the Battle of the Busch events, as the number 17 is going to do some donuts here on the front straightaway.
Little celebratory donut burnout there for the 17 as he parks it in the Open Wheel Showdown victory lane. Bitnow.com, presented by AskROI, and that is going to be one happy camper when we get him out of the car here, and he'll join Drake here in a couple of minutes.
Tell me he's not excited after doing those donuts.
But what a win. What a run.
I was going to climb on top of the race car. Now, be careful with that. We've seen that go wrong here a couple times. But race fans, there's your winner.
Drake, you've got our winner.
A very happy winner at that. Ben Morabito gets it done here at the Open Wheel Showdown. So many cool things about this race. Obviously, we got a massive crowd here at the Bull Ring in some of the best legend drivers you'll find anywhere across the United States, and you bested them all. That's got to be a special feeling.
Oh, yeah, you got to thank everybody for coming out here today, and, you just got to thank 860 Motorsports, gave me a rock ship of a car all week, and last week, national championship, and everybody's helped me support me get here. My brother Nick, Tom, everybody's helped me get here and support me.
A very special win indeed tonight, as I said. There's so many cool things about this race, but the trophy that's going to be here in Victory Lane in a second, I think is one of the coolest parts of that race. Where do you have do you have a spot already picked out in the shop for that?
No, it's wherever there's room.
Easy enough. Ben Morabito, your winner here in our Windshield Defense Legends division here at the Open Wheel Showdown. We'll bring up second place finisher Brendan Rusbarski. Look at a few parts of that replay, and one thing I thought was really fun to watch you about that race was the battle with Kyle Busch, and really a lot of the drivers in the field. It seemed like you had one of the better cars out here. What were you missing to get the win tonight?
Yeah, we had a really good setup. This entire field is stacked, so we've been fighting our way all the way up to the front all weekend. I hate to say it, but that was a pretty disappointing finish. I feel like we had a winning car there, and I just got caught chomping at the bit, going into turn 3, overdrove, made a mistake, and when you're at a track this big and an event this big with competition this rough, that's the stuff that wins and lose races. So You know, just a little mistake costs us the win, but we had a really good race car. You know, third gen, Peyton Saxton, Parker, Jaron Giannini, they all did a really good job on this car. We came home from a Nationals win and a podium finish here at the Open Wheel Showdown, so that's a really awesome event. Huge thank you to all my sponsors, Pentair, Sencal Glass, Geiger Manufacturing, Generate Media, and everyone who helps us out. You know, it really takes a village to get these cars going around, so thank you.
Brendan Rozbarski, second on your evening here at the Open Wheel Showdown. And rounding out the podium, the 35 of Jeremy Doss. Jeremy, where you were at the whole race, start to finish, that was an absolute hornet's nest. How tough was it just to come out ahead of a lot of those drivers to end up on the podium?
It was pretty tough. I felt like we had a good car. It was just a little bit too free in to attack the corner like I needed. When we got second early in the race, the 17 was already gone, and I felt like I was matching his times for the most part. And there at the end, we were just all racing too hard for second, and he got away.
Jeremy Doss, though, still comes out with a strong finish from the Open Wheel Showdown, as we'll put that one in the books for our Windshield Defense Legends Division at the BitNile.com Open Wheel Showdown, presented by AskROI.